Al-Khwarizmi. A Persian mathematician, geographer, and astronomer who lived in the 9th century, Al-Khwarizmi is considered the father of algebra and Arabic numerals. Several of his works, originally written in Arabic but translated into Latin, introduced numerous mathematical concepts to Europe. His influence is such that the word algorithm, describing a general method for solving a problem, is derived from his name. Nicholas Copernicus. While many significant astronomical discoveries are attributed to Galileo, it was Nicholas Copernicus who originated one of the most important ones, heliocentrism. This theory proposes a world where all planetary movements revolve around the Sun. Even more importantly, Copernicus asserted that Earth is neither motionless nor at the center of the universe. Despite heavy criticism in the 15th century and beyond, his theory gained acceptance and became the foundation for the work of several renowned astronomers. James Watt. The creator of the steam engine, James Watt is nothing short of the father of the Industrial Revolution. This revolution marked the beginning of an era where machines surpassed humans in terms of productivity. The unit of power in the international system, the watt, was named in his honor. Alessandro Volta. This Italian physicist and chemist is credited with inventing the first electric battery, known as the voltaic pile, in 1800. It became possible to transport electrical energy at a time when electricity was still in its infancy. The unit of electrical potential, the volt, was named after him. Carl Friedrich Gauss. Regarded by many as the greatest mathematician of all time, Gauss demonstrated exceptional mathematical and computational skills from a young age. His work had a major impact on mathematics. Gauss successively proved the fundamental theorem of algebra and the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. He was also active in analysis, geometry, and probability. Although popular and recognized during his lifetime, Gauss published only a fraction of his work before his death, with several studies appearing posthumously. Lord Kelvin. Also known as William Thomson, this British baron and physicist conducted extensive research in mechanics and electricity. However, his most important discovery was that of absolute zero, at -273.15 degrees Celsius. The Kelvin, the unit of temperature, was named in his honor. Dmitry Mendeleev. A Russian chemist flourishing in the 19th century, Mendeleev is credited with creating the periodic table of elements, which classifies all chemical elements by their number of protons. Thomas Edison. The great rival of Nikola Tesla, Edison was a pioneering innovator in electricity. He contributed significantly to the development of direct current, DC, and made major advancements in the arts, being one of the founders of cinema and making strides in sound recording. Max Planck. Alongside Bohr and Einstein, Planck played a crucial role in developing relativistic and quantum theories in the early 20th century. He conceptualized fundamental interactions in the universe and developed the theory of quanta. He introduced the famous Planck constant, a fundamental constant relating the energy of a photon to its frequency. Max Planck received a Nobel Prize in Physics in 1918 for his work. Niels Bohr. This physicist and chemist made significant contributions to quantum theory and atomic physics through numerous studies and research. His most notable scientific contribution remains his atomic model, which involves electron orbitals. Bohr received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1922. Stephen Hawking. One of the most renowned physicists of all time, Stephen Hawking passed away at the age of 76, leaving behind an immense legacy. His work was almost metaphysical. Stephen Hawking delved into the study of black holes, the infinity of the universe, and various theories of relativity. His Big Bang theory, symbolizing the creation of the universe, captured the imagination of the world. Despite being afflicted with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, a rare disease that left him paralyzed and confined to a wheelchair for much of his life, Hawking remained a professor at the University of Cambridge for 29 years. Aristotle. Primarily known as a philosopher, Aristotle was a master of rhetoric and logic. He made significant contributions to various scientific fields, including biology, zoology, political science, physics, and metaphysics. He collected plants and animal specimens, which aided in developing his theory of the chain of life. Unfortunately, much of his work has not been preserved. Archimedes. Considered one of the greatest mathematicians of all time, Archimedes was also a physicist, astronomer, inventor, and weapons designer. Archimedes contributed to science by formulating the laws of levers and pulleys, discovering the essential concept of the center of gravity, calculating the most accurate value of pi before the invention of electronic calculators, proving formulas for the volume and surface area of a sphere, designing a device for drawing water from the ground, showing how exponents can be used to express larger numbers, and explaining the concept of buoyancy and other hydrostatic concepts. Galileo. This Italian scientist and scholar made crucial observations that greatly contributed to the birth of modern astronomy and physics. His work with the telescope was particularly revolutionary. Discovering that Earth revolves around the Sun, contrary to prevailing beliefs, earned him strong opposition from the Church. Galileo also made contributions to the science of motion, formulating the concept of inertia, the law of falling bodies, and parabolic trajectories. His research on material strength also advanced the scientific world. Isaac Newton. One of the scientists with the most revolutionary theories of all time, Newton was an English physicist and mathematician. As you probably know, Isaac Newton is the genius behind the law of gravity. He also developed the three laws of motion in mechanics, infinitesimal calculus, and the discovery of components of white light. Newton laid a significant foundation for modern science. Most of his theories remained valid until the advent of quantum physics and the theory of relativity. Michael Faraday. This English chemist and physicist is known for his experiments with electricity and magnetism. His work led to the introduction of concepts like magnetic lines of force, which are now commonplace in modern physics. He also demonstrated the principle of electromagnetic induction, which later led to the creation of dynamos and generators. Marie Curie. One of the most famous scientists in history, Marie Curie became the first woman to receive a Nobel Prize in Physics in 1903 and the first woman to receive a Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1911. Her research on radioactivity and the discovery of radium and polonium laid the groundwork for modern radiography methods, contributing to multiple inventions and discoveries. Louis Pasteur. This French chemist and microbiologist is one of the founders of medical microbiology. He is known for creating pasteurization, a process that destroys bacteria. He discovered this process after realizing that microbes were responsible for the souring of alcohol. His work on germs also led to the creation of vaccines for anthrax and rabies. Alan Turing. The field of artificial intelligence and computing would never have come into existence without the work of Alan Turing. In 1936, he proved that there is no universal algorithmic method to determine truth in mathematics, as it always contains undecidable propositions. However, it was his famous machine, a precursor to the first computers, that paved the way for the computation and calculability we know today. James Clerk Maxwell. This Scottish physicist is known for his formulation of the theory of electromagnetism, building upon the work of Michael Faraday. Maxwell's work and his famous equations contributed to Einstein's theory of relativity, earning praise from Einstein himself. Nikola Tesla. Considered by many as the father of electrical engineering, Nikola Tesla had no traditional scientific education, yet made significant contributions to the scientific world. He developed the alternating current electrical system, rotating magnetic field, and invented the Tesla coil, all of which are still in use today. Tesla is also known for his legendary conflict with Thomas Edison, another pioneer in electrical engineering, who favored direct current over alternating current. This conflict led Tesla to establish his own laboratory, where he worked on X-rays, electric resonance, and many other things. Despite his extensive work, Tesla died in poverty, lacking business acumen. Albert Einstein. How can we discuss the greatest scientists without mentioning him on this list? Regarded as the father of relativity, Einstein introduced the first relativistic equations in 1905 at the age of 26 while working at a patent office in Bern. His theories and discoveries in the field of physics multiplied over the decades. He explained the Brownian motion of molecules, contributed to the development of quantum theory, and explored the thermal properties of low-density radiation. His theories underpinned the foundation of the theory of light photons. Einstein received a Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921 for his explanation of the photoelectric effect. But he deserved 100 more. Without Einstein's contributions, no physicist would have achieved anything significant.